Will Thomson of Massif Capital, thanks so much for joining us today to give us your take on Equinox Gold.
Thanks for having me, Alex.
Of course. As a longtime member of SumZero Cap Intro, we are happy to have you. And to dive right in, we are curious, what is Wall Street missing in its analysis, and why is your analysis better?
So before sort of outlining what Wall Street's getting wrong, why don't I just summarize our thesis here for Equinox Gold. Equinox Gold is an America's focused mid-tier gold miner with 7 producing assets and 4 growth projects. The firm will produce around 630,000 ounces of gold this year, up from 20,000 in one mine in 2018, and on the way to 1.2 million ounces of production in 2024 at an all-in sustaining cost of around $1,200 an ounce. And we expect that to go down over time. The firm currently trades at a price to net asset value of about 0.5 versus other intermediate peers, which trade at 0.8, and senior producers that trade at a PNAV of about 1.3. They have a strong balance sheet, ample liquidity, and no challenges financing growth projects. We have a sort of probability weighted value of roughly 24 Canadian dollars per share, arising from 3 forward-looking scenarios, one of which assumes growth projects go wrong. That's our low case. A base case scenario in which we discounted the firm at 10%, used $1,600 gold, and a high case based on the firm's calculated WACC. Now, what Wall Street's missing is that Wall Street likes to trade commodity producers as pure proxies for their underlying commodity, in this case, gold, but not all producers and developers should be looked at that way. In the case of Equinox, there should be price volatility tied to gold prices, absolutely, but the valuation needs to take into account the non-commodity price fundamental catalysts in the form of significant value accretive growth of production. The firm is going to be the fastest growing gold producer between now and 2024, and for that, they deserve a premium.
Thanks for that recap, Will. Question number 2, why now? Why invest in Equinox right now?
Right. So there's a great opportunity, in our opinion, to buy into the firm at a steep discount to its net asset value as a result of fading enthusiasm for gold. People have been, again, as I said, trading the gold space as a proxy for the gold price, but you can't look at all the companies the same way. Additionally, Equinox Gold is sold off just recently as a result of a political risk issue in Mexico at its Los Filos mine, where they've had to halt ongoing development of an asset and work at existing mines. The firm has a labor issue in Mexico. This is not news, nor should it be, nor should the market have sold off the way it did. This is both foreseeable, predictable, and should be expected for a mining asset in Mexico. And when one goes to look at an asset like this, one needs to consider the management team's political risk acumen and the board's history of execution of mining projects in Mexico. And in both cases, they are excellent. So this is an issue that's going to be resolved. It's a great opportunity to buy.
Wonderful. And finally, Will, just to wrap up, a little bit bigger picture, how does this idea on Equinox Gold align with the broader strategy of Massif Capital?
Right. So at Massif Capital, we invest in liquid real asset businesses. We have sort of 2 sections of our portfolio almost. One section is traditional real asset businesses, and the other is opportunities in the transition to a low carbon economy. Obviously, this falls into the traditional real asset bucket. As a gold miner, it provides insurance in the case of inflation. It's also trading at a steep discount. And so it just makes for a perfect position to put into your real asset bucket.
Will, thank you very much for the time. We look forward to seeing how this idea plays out for you and Massif. And for those individuals and firms out there looking to learn more about Massif, can you tell us how they can get in touch?
Well, thanks for having me, Alex. Always happy to share our ideas. Anyone interested in learning more about Massif Capital can find us at www.massifcap.com. We have a large distribution list. We send out a lot of research, always interested in talking with potential investors.
Wonderful. Thanks again for your time, Will. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks, Alex.